Now, the nominations for the 91st Oscars have just been announced. France 24's culture editor Eve Jackson has been trying to digest all the information just coming out of Hollywood for us this afternoon. First of all, Eve, who's in the running?
Yorgos Lanthimos' The Favourite and Alfonso Cuarón's Roma lead this year's race in the Oscars with 10 nominations each, including Best Picture. They're followed by Bradley Cooper's, one of my favourites, A Star is Born, and Adam McKay's Vice, which both have 8 nominations. Now, the Spanish-speaking film Roma has been nominated for Best Picture. The track record of foreign language films cracking the Best Picture lineup isn't great. Only 10 in history have ever been nominated, and none has won. But Alfonso Cuarón's Roma could be an exception. It's his first movie since 2013's Gravity. Now, Roma is a 1970s period piece, which we can see on Netflix, following a middle-class family in Mexico City over the course of a year. It's very beautiful. The images are just divine to watch. Now, Roma is sure to win the Best Foreign Language Film. I'd put my money on that. Netflix has never before fielded a Best Picture nominee, but the streaming service has its first contender now with this film. And thanks to that film, Netflix is also contending for the first time in Best Director, Actress, Original Screenplay, Foreign Language Film and Production Design, as well as sound mixing. Now, Cuarón, in addition to producing, directing and writing this film, he served as its cinematographer. That means that with all these nominations, he actually individually has 4 nominations just for him. One of my other favourites is A Star is Born, directed by Bradley Cooper. It's his first film as director. It's a romantic drama musical, and it seems to be living up to the hype with 8 nominations. It premiered at Venice in August. Critics and audiences were quick to praise the remake of this film. It's a movie many people like. It has much star power behind it. It has a catchy soundtrack, which I'm sure you've heard playing on the radio. And the Academy do have a soft spot for films about the entertainment industry. Now, Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper have also been nominated for their acting skills. I especially was impressed by Lady Gaga in this movie. Also up for Best Actress, though, and potentially is going to win this time, is Glenn Close for The Wife. She has never won an Oscar before, but she has been nominated 6 times, and this could well be her year. She did win the Golden Globe for her role, beating Lady Gaga.
I'm a big fan of Glenn Close myself, so my money, I hope, is on her. Tell us, though, any favourites for Best Film so far?
Green Book. After taking the Golden Globe for Best Comedy or Musical and adding the top prize from the Producers Guild of America over the weekend, Green Book is considered the Best Picture front-runner this year. It's directed by Peter Farrelly, who's one half of the Farrelly brothers, directing duo behind comedies such as Dumb and Dumber. Now, few anticipated this film would be one of the most praised titles of the year, but they have been shown to be wrong. It's a story of a road trip where a bouncer from the Bronx is hired as the chauffeur for a world-class piano player, a black pianist, very important to mention that, who's on tour. And together they use something that's called the Green Book, which was created as a guide to the few establishments back then in the United States that actually welcomed black people and African Americans. Now, this film took home 3 Golden Globes, including Best Picture and Best Supporting Actor.
Anything that stood out or that surprised you in these nominations?
Well, Spike Lee has his first, which might be surprising considering how long he's been making movies, his first Best Director Oscar nomination for Black Clansmen. Now, it's based on the true story of an African American police officer called Ron Stallworth, who you can see there, who infiltrated the Ku Klux Klan. Now, given the current political climate in America, this film seems very relevant, and for many people say this is Lee's best film so far. Ryan Coogler's Black Panther is the first superhero movie nominated for Best Picture, and the production designer Hannah Beachler is the first African-American nominated in her category. Now, just a quick word on the French this year. The French composer Alexandre Desplat is nominated for Best Original Score for Wes Anderson's Isle of Dogs. He's already won 2 Oscars. He's often named and nominated in award ceremonies. He's been nominated 8 times, I think, in total. Interestingly, though, there's no word on who is going to host this year's Oscars, so I have to wait and see. There's been some controversy over that, but they will take place, nonetheless, on the 24th of February.
All right, Eve, thank you very much for breaking that all down for us. Eve Jackson there.